conducting, and we have conducted investigations. We have several of our own soldiers responsible. Many have been court-martialed. There are ongoing investigations. These are things.
De calidad de vida, de contacto con la naturaleza, gracias al...
Welcome back to the Grundig Satellite 3400 and a little bit more progress again today. I wanted to get the shortwave channels working well. There was still something wrong there with that drum, so I figured that's next, because I want to follow that up with the with a lot of alignments, and that section has an inordinate amount of alignments to do. All right, let's carry on. Hope you enjoy the video. Time to tackle this drum band selector. Two problems. One, we know the contacts are dirty. And two, it gets stuck in some positions. So there's obviously something wrong in there. Let me turn around, see how we get this out. I have to check. This whole thing's got to come out. This is just a shield and a cover. But it's got some clips in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's some on the underside. And there's another 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. I'm looking for a solder connection. Sometimes these shields actually have a solder blob that you have to undo. I can't find any here. So I'm just going to try very gently. How do I pull this out? I want to try and put a bit of pressure here where it's not going to break or damage anything. See if it moves. Yeah, it's moving there. This thing's moving out. It's all coming out. I'm just using a bit of leverage on the chassis itself, on the cabinet or chassis, to gently pull it out. I don't see anything holding it in here. I think we've got it. Yep, there we go. All it was clips. Okay. You know, somebody asked me why I don't actually show the doing of some things. I tend to do a report back. Well, various reasons. One of them is cowardice. I'm afraid to get really stuck and not know what the hell I'm talking about. It's always easier when you've finished the job and you know that it's done and you know how to do it, to report back. The other reason is it sometimes takes a hell of a long time. So this one actually didn't. Okay. And by the way, while I'm looking at this, just studying this, I can already see another problem. Some of these are loose. You see, they are not fitted properly. That's why. Look at that. These were all loose. That's why this thing was not rotating properly. Man, that was a quick find. Makes me look clever. Just lucky. Let's see if it all rotates the other way now. Yeah, brilliant. You see, these things come out. They clip out like that, so that you can tune whatever's showing on the other side. And somebody had not put these back. These things have got clips on the side here. And somebody hadn't put this back properly. That's why this thing was not working properly. It was getting stuck. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was getting stuck when I was going around. See, now it's going around all of them. They were getting stuck on here. They were hitting on here. Well, this could be called a, dismount or dismantle and chat. X-Ray Tony B, if you don't follow his channel, you should. He's got something called the Solder and Chat, where he sits and solders stuff while he has chats about all sorts of things. You learn a lot about someone and about their interests and what their thinking is all about when you look at that, and I quite enjoy it. He's a hell of a guy. Incredible channel. So yeah, that's my first dismantle and chat. Oh, one other thing. The reason I do this, I mentioned this before and somebody else brought it up. When you're trying to figure out how to dismantle this stuff, it's sometimes a little bit more complex than you think. So I tend to go onto the web and look for examples where someone describes how to take some of the stuff apart. I mean, it's so easy when you know how, but all it takes is for this thing to have had one solder tag somewhere and I could have damaged it. So it's always good to see what somebody else has discovered. And so, and Radio Cruncher, Graham from Radio Cruncher mentioned this. He's got the same experience where he dismantles a lot of these transistorized radios, and he knows that sometimes there's a screw somewhere that just screws things up, pun intended. So yeah, okay, that one's out of there. Now all I need to do is a lot of cleaning. But before that, I just want to invite you to visit our sponsors, PCBWay. Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, these guys have got solutions for you. They've extended their services progressively over time, including some 3D printing services, CNC machining, everything that you may need to take your project from the conception stage all the way through to production. A look at their list of products and services is absolutely incredible. They're also running their PCB design contest right now, so that just gives you an added incentive. Enjoy. And I don't know that there's a better way than using these fiberglass bristle brushes to just do that. See that? Can you see the difference? It all just brushes away and it doesn't actually sandpaper the coating, the surface. So you don't damage the surface at all. I'm just wondering if it'll be better to actually remove this cover. Not really. Seem to be getting it all there anyway. I'll put this cover back. We'll be taking this out when we do the alignments. So I'm going to do this all like that, and it really is very quick. Look at this. That's one set done. Then you flick it over and go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And then we have to get the other ones on the side, but let me finish this first. And this guy here seems to have quite a few screws on here. Let's start here and see how we get along. I won't actually remove them all, I'll just loosen them, see if we're on the right track. So far I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another one back there, which is a little bit more difficult to get to because I've got to remove this stuff. Maybe I've got to remove this guy first. This brings a switch in from the front, so it activates a switch. I don't want to. Maybe I can get it out of here. No, I've got to get that one done. That's why this is loose. This is loose, or this is moving around, because there are two screws missing here. There and there. And I do not recall removing them. Did I remove them? I don't think so. I really don't recall removing those screws. But what I'm going to do is put them back, because that's sort of holding the whole thing in place. So these. No, these are from the back. So somebody took these screws out and didn't put them back. Ay, 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 ay. Shouldn't do that. Fortunately, I've got a huge stock of what I think will be just right. Maybe not. Got to get the right screw. Okay, I've got two identical ones now. Let's try. Beautiful. So somebody took this out and didn't put it back properly, which doesn't help. I might have done it at the beginning, I don't recall. I don't recall, and I don't have any extra screws on here. So I don't think it was me. Okay. So now this thing is solid. It could also be the reason why those things weren't making good contact. I still got a problem with how to remove that guy over there. I really cannot move that guy. I don't really know what to do. Nope, that ain't going. And if I force it, I'm going to damage it. So I'm not going to force it. Make sure this thing is fine. So what I'm going to do, what have I got to change on here? The only possibility is that cap over there that I would have liked to change. And the capacitors at the back there, but I don't think I need to do anything there. So I'm going to put all this back, and I'm going to clean those from the outside. Never ever force this stuff if you don't have to. And what makes it worse is that that thing there is crucial. Okay. These guys have all been cleaned. I've just got to clean that one. And what I'm going to use is some paper. Simple paper. Piece of normal A4 paper. Just cut a strip, bend it in half, and see if it fits nicely in there. There we go. And I can then, yeah, that's perfect. So what I'm going to do is just spray some of this. Actually, I'll spray here first. Quite a bit of it there. Okay, now while we're at it, we better spray this switch. Can we get into it? There are a few holes in here, very, very difficult to get to, but we'll just spray and then now the one question is this capacitor here. This is an electrolytic. I know it's a very good quality electrolytic, but does it need replacing? And at the moment, I'm going to leave it for now. I think this is just a supply cap. I'm not sure that it's doing anything else. I can always check on the schematic. Wow, look at that. Yeah, there's dirt everywhere. Can't really see much of it, but it's there. And of course this gets into the contacts as well. So there's quite a bit of grime on here. Anyway, there, that's done, I think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to test it before I put... I want to see if there's anything else I need to lubricate here. I know I'll be opening this up again later, but for now I'm just going to put the cover on so we can test it. And if I'm not mistaken, this goes like this. So again, make sure you're not cutting any wires. Voila, that seems to be done. Okay, as I said, these things take a lot longer than one expects. Right, let's test this thing. It's sort of late-ish afternoon, so things should start here at about 16 megahertz. I'll go from here down.
Wow. Chang, également poursuivi dans cette affaire, n'était quant à lui pas présent à l'ouverture du procès ce matin.
That is clear.
Why not try Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese. Tiene que el gobierno de Murcia atender a sus demandas, que son los que están sobre él.
Ja, in den Ruhestand gegangen sei, komme er täglich ins Teehaus. Früher war das Tee...
Das ist jetzt eine Auf.
Actually, we'll do 25 meter bands on the top here.
Und lebt von dieser Fertigkeit, seitdem er 20 Jahre alt geworden war. Er sagt, nun spiele ich hier im Teehaus für die Gäste. Ich trinke auch gegen Tee und erhalte Monate.
Las soluciones, ¿no? para esto.
China News, China Radio und China TV stehen jetzt online.
Oxford are unchanged from their win against France. Jamie Vardy leading the attack. But their main midfielder, Daniel Amartey, still in defence, and that makeshift back line.
This is pretty unbelievable.
У внутреннего продукта на душу населения, основанного на паритете покупательной способности,
Бедности в Грузии достиг 35,67%. Таким образом, Шуанху по вполне понятным причинам
Първото сътрудничество между американската и изпълнителната I think it's safe to say there are several really great works here now, including Luojan, the one that is.
Salutaille, dacia HowTo.
This thing sounds almost like you're listening to medium wave, local. It really is amazing. And I've done no alignment whatsoever. Let's try. This is the 40 meter band. I think it's there. That's with the BFO on 40 meters.
Estamos hablando de 23 grados, 23. Hoy ha sido el primer día que, bueno, me enchufé como siempre ya en este verano un poquito de ventilador y bueno,
административного центра Тибетского автономного района.
Споделят обща снимка в социалните мрежи. Благодарение на
divertirá y más perspectivo.
the US, there's all the big names in there, of course. The US Captain Pat Earth has named her 3 pigs today as well. You maybe know Mina Harrigan.
This is possible.
This thing is bloody amazing. I don't think I've ever had a shortwave receiver here as sensitive as this guy. It's picking up shortwave so clearly that it almost sounds like a very good station on medium wave. It really is unusual for me. Also, we know the BFO works. I still need to do some alignment there, I think. But other than that, this thing is working very well. This drum is now sorted. It's responding well to all the bands. So I think that problem, or that part of the task, is done. There's obviously a lot of alignment on here, on the back, especially on that on this section, because it has to do with all the bands. Each one of them has, 3 sections of alignment. The antenna circuit, the local oscillator circuit, and also the, IF circuit. So each one of those has its own sections of alignment for each band. So you got from shortwave 3 all the way to shortwave 10. So that's going to be quite fun. But I think I'm ready to get onto that and get on with the alignment. I just want to show you something quickly. This is a website called short-wave.info. And what you can get here is really amazing information, especially for shortwave listening. I'll give you an example. First thing you do is you place yourself on the map. Describe where you are on the map. And they ask you to refresh it once you've done that. And there I am on Madeira, there. And then I tell it what I want to listen to. Let's take BBC, for example, in English. And at what time, I'll say now and go. And what it then gives me is all this. Everywhere that they're transmitting on BBC in English. And I can actually go for the strongest stations. So if I click on here, it will show me the strongest stations that are active at the moment, from strongest to weakest. And if we look at the frequencies, we've got 15.4 megahertz, 13660, etc., 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 etc. And it tells you where it's transmitting from, the distance and everything else. The strongest one is from, Wofferton, 2,500 kilometers from me. This one is 9,000 kilometers from me, second strongest. This one is 12,000 kilometers from me. And I presume I can pick it up. I'm going to try. Ascension, 4.5. So you see, this gives you this sort of information. If you want to do something else, for example, Voice of America. Let's see, where is Voice of America? There we go, Voice of America in English now. Go. And it'll tell me that there are, well, I'd rather just do this, 3 stations, 3 transmitters with Voice of America. One is on 15.580, the others are lower down, and it actually shows me where they are on the map. Remember, this is all relative to me over here, okay? So you can get really exotic, whatever you want. I've tried New Zealand, can't remember what it's called, if it's Radio New Zealand or Voice of New Zealand, or there we go, Radio New Zealand International, now go. And it tells me that maybe, just maybe, I can pick up this one here. Oh, it's digital. Okay, so you get the point. What I've done for BBC, I want to show you how that works. because I was really shocked. BBC English Now Go. And we've seen the stations here. We've seen which ones they are. There they are. And I'm going to dial them in, or dial the ones I had before actually, and we'll see what we get. Let's see if it's accurate. Anywhere near there. Okay, let's give it a try. Here is 15.4 megahertz. BBC.
So it's the only moment at a global level that they are and we believe that this is the moment where they use the voice.
Look at that. It's amazing. 13660, spot on. Eleven 810, spot on. Nine 410, it's very weak, but it's there.
Of course, we are supporting them, but
7485, almost spot on. 7445, weak but there. 7265. This one's being swamped by something else. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. All right, that's going to do for now. So once again, I want to thank you for your company. Thanks for sticking around, keeping me company. And I hope you've enjoyed that. If you did, click like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. And if you want to support the channel directly, you can do so on Patreon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now and stay safe.